Okay, here's a case that everybody's probably been waiting on an update. I apologize ahead of time. I cannot breathe. My nose is clogged. So if you hear me trying to breathe per se, you know why. But anyway, let's see. Let me see what this guy has to say first before I carry on.
We are awaiting verdicts in 3 high-profile cases around the country. Juries are deliberating in the trial of Kim Potter, the former police officer charged with manslaughter in the shooting death of Daunte Wright during a traffic stop. The criminal fraud trial of the Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, and the sex trafficking trial of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged associate Ghislaine Maxwell. All 3 juries could reach a verdict as soon as today, and we'll bring you those decisions when they happen. So let's bring in law and crime host and legal analyst Terry Austin for more. Terry, let's start with...
Okay, well, clearly we got the guilty verdict of manslaughter for Daunte Wright. Let's see. Kim Potter has been found guilty of first and second degree manslaughter in the fatal shooting of Daunte Wright. Potter had pleaded not guilty. The maximum sentence for first degree manslaughter is 15 years and a $30,000 fine. And for second degree manslaughter, it's 10 years and a $20,000 fine. Which, if I had to call it based on what I've seen out of Minnesota, because we have had a lot of incidents out of Minnesota, well, per mainstream media, but they're probably going to pick the latter. So I imagine she's going to get the 10 years and the $20,000 fine. It says on here that the family is relieved and they're hoping for a reform and change in America's policing systems. Not saying that I disagree on that. I'm not giving a personal assessment on how I feel about this case. I'm basically just doing commentary. So let's make that clear. I don't know the case well enough to make a personal judgment. So, okay. This is the only thing that kind of irritates me, but Potter, alongside other Brooklyn Center, Minnesota officer, pulled right over for expired registration tabs and an air freshener in the rearview mirror, which I know is a cap. That just happened to my son about a month ago, that air freshener in the rearview mirror, but that's a story for another day. When officers discovered he had an outstanding warrant for a gross misdemeanor weapons charge, they tried to arrest him, blah, blah, blah. He resisted. See, this is the part that I don't understand, okay? Don't fucking resist. Now, I had this argument about a week ago saying, well, why do we have to do this and this and this? They're no different than us. Yes, they are. Okay? I don't care which way you slice it. Their position of authority is different than ours. I have always told people, whatever you do, don't resist. It's just my advice, my personal opinion. Don't resist. Not saying that makes a way for a cop to start shooting. I mean, makes it okay, but it does make a way. So let me get that straight. So they said Potter mistakenly grabbed her gun instead of her stun gun, but that she was within her rights to use deadly force because Wright may have hurt another officers. Prosecutors said that the 26-year veteran and training officer should have not reached for her stun gun in the first place. They assert that she was reckless and negligent in her actions. Well, I don't know why she couldn't reach for her stun gun, but Okay. You know, and I hate to say this, but what's going to end up happening is we're just not going to have police officers. We're not. Because if you're asking them to put their life on the line and they're going to get scrutinized at every move they make, we might have a problem. Now, I'm a component for body cams for all cops, okay? And I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with everything, because I don't. I've had incidents with police in my life that I've not been happy about. But if I can give anybody any advice, I would always say don't resist. I got swatted once for a quote-unquote bank robbery that I didn't have anything to do with, and I had my 4-year-old son in the car. That was scary. And they weren't friendly. So, just saying. Ooh-wee. Let's listen to a little bit more of this. If it'll...
Kim Potter trial first out in Minnesota, where the jury asked the judge for guidance on what happens if they can't agree on a verdict. Judge Regina Chu told them to go back, keep deliberating, didn't give them an answer on how long they should continue. Of course, it's not her decision. What do you read into this? And is there another step the judge can take to encourage them, or are we looking at a potential mistrial here?
Well, I think Judge Chu did what most judges do, which is try to get them to deliberate and come to a conclusion.
All right, we already know the answer to that one. I mean, if it's going to go on and if I can get it, let's see. Yeah, it's going to talk solely about that. So, I mean, let's see here. The other case. Maybe I'll do that one separate because I don't know how to skip to it right now. So anyway, there you go. There you have it. I'll link it. You can check it out. All right. See y'all in a few.